Should I have shaved before I start recording? Probably, but 2026 Authentics are out, so the shaving can't wait. We're actually gonna kind of look over the diecast that we got coming. Hopefully to store soon. It'll be probably 7 months, which means I could have shaved. Anyways, these are available as of right now, I think in the Lionel store, but I figured for 2026, I'd do a little authentic review of each wave that we get so far. So today we're going to do the 2026 NASCAR Authentics Wave 1A and Wave 1. I don't know why it's Wave 1A and Wave 1 instead of 1A and 1B, but it's Lionel. They get to choose what they want to do. Anyways, so we'll kind of just go over each car first, my brief little things, and I'll give like a little ranking as well at the end. I don't think I'll do a total ranking because allegedly these are two separate waves. But yeah, I'll give you my like top three, but it's kind of easy to guess from what I'm going to give you. Anyways, let's start with the 2026 Wave 1A, also known as the Darlington Throwback Wave in a way. So first up is the 2025 Austin Cindric Freightliner Throwback. Now, do I remember what half these throwbacks are? No, I do know this is a Dale Sr. throwback though, from who knows how long. Anyways, maybe I'll put up a photo, but it's a nice diecast. We only have one exclusive per wave. I'll explain. I'll show when it's there. But this one, it's a decent one. It's a basic throwback. It's very simple. The only thing I don't like about this is that kind of empty, just massively giant empty space there where the number should be. It does. This is why I'm glad the throwback weekend's kind of over, because this just looked kind of weird. It does, honestly. Some cars it works, some cars it doesn't. I think it worked with like cars like Logano's 2022 throwback, where it's not even really a NASCAR, it's his mini stock, whatever that was. Anyways, it kind of worked with that because it was just about the color scheme that mattered. But for a car like this that still is decently well known, it's a little disappointing, I think. On that note, it's also just kind of looks really empty without any other sponsors or anything else there, and there's just again like that giant big blue empty space. So very disappointed about that, but it's a basic throwback. It's nice, it's not one I totally care about too much, but it's nice to have. Up next is one I really like, and I think everyone else likes. It's the Kyle Larson number 5 HendrickCars.com Kellogg's throwback. I would assume this is basically based around the 2002 car, 2003, 2004, maybe? They all kind of look the same. Although this car didn't run much because Larson wrecked it twice. Love this throwback. I hate, as I said, with the Cindric, the empty space that's there. Now, at least with this one, that there's like, the little Kellogg's lines. I can't think of the flippin' mascot's name. Flakes? Frosted Flakes? Fruit Kellogg, Frosted Flakes. Not Tony. Is that Tony the Tiger? It is Tony the Tiger. And Tony Tiger's little black stripes there. It kind of makes the car feel a little bit more less empty, but it's the number is still way too forward for it to actually look like a throwback. Either way, it is a nice car. I love what Hendrick Cars has done the last few years with Larson. This car and the other Kellogg's car, kind of the 98 looking car, that one was also really good. Also, it crashed. Can Kyle Larson stop wrecking and Terry Labonte's cars? You're making him look washed, even though he was washed after like 2000. He should have retired. All right, so this wave's exclusive is the Sammy Smith TMC 3 Doors Down throwback. Junior Motorsports throwback? Okay, I'm not throwback exclusive. I'll take it. I don't remember this car running because I don't think I actually watched the Xfinity race for 2025. Like the year's messed up. So I don't truly care too much about this car, but it's nice. Sammy Smith also hasn't gotten many diecasts produced as of late. We have his 2024 Pilot Flying J, and I don't even know if we got a 2025. I think maybe we got like some weird one I'm just not able to think of. But to my knowledge, I can't think off the top of my head one that's been produced. Somehow the Pilot Flying J car for 2025, also with the same paint scheme as 2026, didn't get produced, which is crazy to me. I thought that would have been an instant production with the DEI number 8 font back. I guess not. Hopefully it gets produced in this year, in 2026. I haven't heard anything about it being canceled. If it does get canceled, it's, well, I mean, I wouldn't blame them. It's an ugly looking car, actually. But I thought anything with DEI would, like, instantly sell, but I guess not. It's still a nice car, though. I don't have any complaints about this because the number's in the normal spot. Maybe a little busy just for my liking, but again, I don't even know what this is a throwback to. I can't comment on that at all. So, overall, not bad. I'll take a nice little exclusive. I guess I should probably also mention that line only has 6 cars per wave. Maybe I'll get into that later on. Up next, the almost kind of winner of the Darlington Southern 5. Nope, Darlington 400, the Goodyear 400. It's a throwback race. It's not the Southern 500. The Southern 500 is the playoff race. Anyways, it's the Ryan Blaney's Menards Dutch Boy throwback. I believe it's a Dave Blaney. Remember one thing about this car, it is that it's not exactly like the car. Exactly, I think they changed the colors around to match the Dutch Boy kind of blue color. Like, I think that blue there is supposed to be orange, possibly red. So, good job. Not much of a throwback, but he almost won the race. I think if we went the normal distance, they would have won the race, but we had to go to overtime and Denny Hamlin won. No Denny Hamlin car. Kind of also surprising. I would I hope it makes a winner's circle wave. I don't know what's going to go on with that. I don't know if we're even going to get like the late 2024s, the 2025 race wins. There's a lot that's missing in those few years that we don't have diecast for. In the winner's circle wave, I should say, we got a bunch of race wins in Gold Series, but for the retail section, there wasn't much availability this year. Anyways, so yeah, with that, this car kind of like, I like the color scheme and everything, but I don't consider it much of a throwback, again, because it's more just for sponsors that look retro a little bit, but that's it. It doesn't necessarily follow the exact color scheme of the car. I mean, it's still better than some, but, you know, we've had better paint schemes, especially from Blaney. He's had some great throwbacks, I think, as well. I also think I should like this one. I don't know if I can. Is it a Cal Roper throwback? I don't know. It's Joey Logano's 2025. I keep on saying 2026. I'm just having to remember in my head now 2025. His Pennzoil throwback. It's a nice car. I do like... I don't know if that... I think that is the retro Shell logo there. If that is the case, I like it. It looks like it's the retro one, but I could be wrong. Pennzoil and Shell usually are pretty good at that. I don't necessarily like the front hood. I think it's just too boring. It's too normal. It's too normalized for it to be the best looking. But the color scheme works. It just looks, again, a little wonky in the next gen. All these cars are going to do that for obvious reasons, like I've said. But of the Penske throwbacks, which all 3 got produced in this somehow, I don't know how. We got 3 Penskes, a Larson, a Zane Smith, and I think one more car, right? Yeah, one more car coming up. So Penske got all 3 cars. I don't know why. And of all cars, we don't get the Josh Berry. That should have been an instant put in this wave. Easily. Easy seller. I would have bought it if I could find it. But yeah, it's nothing. I got nothing much else to say about the throwback cars. Because I truly don't care about collecting throwback diecast, except for this one. William Byron, thank you for bringing back Jeff Gordon's last ride. Maybe as successful. I don't know. Byron's usually good at Darlington. I don't remember him being... No. He was definitely a factor. He probably actually should have won this race, but then he had a horrible pit stop and then just stopped leading after he dominated the race. So, probably should have remembered that. But it is a nice looking diecast. And of all the throwbacks, between this one and the Dale Sr. Austin-centric one, I think these are probably the 2 most prominent, most accurate looking ones. Because I would say even with the number moved forward, you can still kind of tell. Obviously, you can tell it's a Jeff Gordon car. It's got the flames. That's all I need. The yellow number 24, it looks really good. I think there might be a little bit too much black, though. I don't remember that much black being on like the rear end of the Exalta car. There was still some. I just don't think it was that much, but I could be wrong. And they could have probably had to move some things around. This is probably the last Exalta car we're also ever going to get in a release. Because I don't think Byron has a race win coming soon with the Exalta. The Daytona one's already produced. So thank you, Raptor, for ruining Exalta. Anyways, I love this one, though. This one looks really good. It's really great. That's all you can say. I don't know what else you want to say about this car. There's nothing else to say. It's a great car. I should probably get this one just so I match it with the 2015 race version I have. All right, so here we go for wave 1. That's it. Wave 1. 6 cars again. Every wave is going to have 6 cars, except it's actually kind of 7, because I do remember that the chase piece is back. They didn't have a chase piece for wave 1A. Okay, that's fine. Could you have not just slapped one more car in there? Speaking of that, I don't really care too much about the chase pieces. I know some people do. Personally, for me, I don't care too much about them. If I find one ever, it'll be cool, I guess. But I'm there to buy the actual diecast, not the chase piece. So, if I had to choose between getting a liquid kind of looking color Galaxy Finish diecast of a car that's already produced in the standard version of the same wave, or an additional car, now that we only have 6 cars, I would rather have a 7th. But I don't know why we're keeping the chase piece. I don't care too much about them. I don't see a reason to have them. No. Anyways, first up is what I believe is the exclusive for this wave. And based off this, I'm assuming we're getting 1 exclusive per wave. Hopefully that's the case. Maybe we get 2 sometimes. I don't want a wave without an exclusive, though. I don't think we're only having 6 cars. Anyways, this is the Justin Allgaier 2026. I would assume. Here's the thing: when Lionel releases the diecast now, they don't even have anyone like commentating. Like back in 2018, or even when the fix was around, I guess it was always like the girl. Her was the host of the fix for that week. Whenever they announced the waves, they would always have someone talk with like the normal text that we get now, so they would be able to tell me, or then know, if it's a 2026 or 2025. As you can see from the photo, assuming I'm showing the entire text, which I'm probably not, it only says Justin Allgaier Roto-Rooter. Not 2026, not 2025. It could be either or. Now, actually, I could zoom in right now. I think it's an O'Reilly sticker, but I can't tell. Again, would be nice if we could, be informed about that. But I'm going to assume this is a 2026. It's the exact same paint scheme as the Roto-Rooter car from last year anyways, and there's no actual decal banner on it, or window banner. So the only difference would be the little left and right side logo there. That's it. From what I can see, it looks like a 2026. Okay, I don't know I think this one is on pre-order right now, so this might not be exactly an exclusive yet, but of most JRM cars, I don't expect this one to really pass. I don't think we've ever gotten a Roto-Rooter car, so I would kind of expect that trend to continue. Up next is the Chase Elliott Napa 100th anniversary gold kind of car. This is also, I believe, the chase piece car. It'll tell me at the end if this video I'm watching, but yeah, it's a suitable. This is probably a good car to have as the chase piece because it'll actually it'll look a little bit different. But I don't remember. I actually don't remember this car running. Let's see when this ran. Okay, so this car ran at Texas. I don't remember this car at Texas. The only thing I remember at Texas actually is Hamlin on fire. I think Hocevar killed someone, and my boy Logano won. Oh, wait, Hocevar killed Bubba, I think. Someone killed Bubba, I thought. Anyways, yeah. Kind of. I'm not surprised it's in this wave, but yeah. I don't know how I feel about the blue on the actual paint scheme. It looks good for how Lionel has done it. Just looking at side-by-side comparisons here, they've got the colors all right, which is wonderful. I love when that happens with Lionel. It just feels like a weird car for me, honestly. I just don't like the amount of gold. There's actually too much gold on it for me to like it. That's just how I feel about it. Sorry if that hurts your feelings. Up next, we have the William Byron Blood Cancer United. Sorry, Valvoline Blood Cancer United car. I really like this paint scheme and everything about it. The one issue I have with this one, all the Andrew Hendrick cars are getting destroyed today. This is the playoff car. I believe this ran at the Roval this past season. And it has the yellow spoiler. It doesn't have the window banner on it, which is a little annoying. I also don't know if it has... It might... I don't think it does. No, it won't. It doesn't have the pink window banner. Sorry, the window now, I should say. And no chase banner. So there's just a lot of little details that I liked about that car that are just missing in general, which sucks because it is a really nice paint scheme. I think they've already released the main like Gold Series car though as well. I don't necessarily know if this has been produced yet. I thought I saw it in Daytona, but it's also really early to be released. From what I remember though, it did have the window banner and the pink window net, so that's nice. It does suck that certain cars like that can't get the window banner. I wouldn't mind if specific cars had to get the window banner installed on them, or the window net, something like that. But if not, I kind of just feel it is still a great, cool car, but the yellow spoiler kind of then just looks a little out of place in a way because there is no other playoff markings. I can still say playoffs because this is a 2025 car. Legitimately looks like an actual paint scheme that a designer did, that they took time and effort and passionately cared about. Unlike half the 100 cars. So, on the bright side, it got produced in Authentics. So, more people can enjoy it, hopefully. But, again, a little bummed about the, it's not inequalities. I don't even know if you would call them mistakes because they've done it on purpose. It's just one of those situations that kind of sucks, I think. Up next, the Todd Gilliland 34 Grillo's Pickles car. This car is available for purchase now, just normally in the Gold Series. My only issue I had with the Gold Series release is that I thought the green on it was a little bland. It almost came off like tealish, kind of. I should note I am slightly colorblind, especially with like greens. So that could just be my eyes killing me. From this photo, it looks like it is a little bit more vibrant, a little bit more alive, like a pickle. So hopefully that's the case. If that is, I'm glad this one got made into the the Authentics wave. I want to have to proof check again because I thought for some reason it just looked really kind of bland almost with the color. It should have popped a lot more to me, I thought, because the other Grillo's cars absolutely did. When I went to Daytona in 2025 for the Coke 400, it was like it wasn't necessarily vibrant, but it was a poppy enough of a car, especially for a pickle sponsor. So this is the one I saw at Daytona. This is obviously this is the worst photo because this is him wrecked. I believe this was like on like lap 2 or something with Reddick as well. So that sucks. But you see the green's like at least a decent color green. I want to look at the other scheme from that. They made so many of those cars, actually. I should probably mention there's like 13 of them. I think this is the car. I could be wrong. I think this is the one. The one you made at Pocono is the car that was produced. I could be wrong, but it looks a lot more vibrant than the actual diecast. I'll see if I can get a photo of that as well somewhere. But yeah, look, if you can kind of see that, it's bland. That's all I can say. I'm hoping that, and I thought I saw a photo actually as well of the Authentics, and I thought it looked a little bit more vibrant, like I've said so many times. Okay, Lionel's actually kind of decent at doing that as well. I do remember back in 22 when we got the Chastain car released. I think it was first released in Gold Series, and I don't think they have the playoff banner on it for the Hail Melon car. And then I think in the Authentic series, they put the Hail Melon car in the wave, and they added like the playoff markings and everything, which is well done, Lionel. I'm glad they kind of rectified themselves in a way that they could, rather than releasing an entire new Gold Series line. Just sucks that some people probably have to transfer over the chassis, but some people are good at that. I'm not. Moving on, we got 2 more cars in this wave. The Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Pudgy Penguins car. It's a damn penguin. How did this get produced? What even is Pudgy Penguins? I don't know. I'm old now. I got a beard. That's shaved. It's a colorful car at least. I could have picked this one up when I was in Daytona actually. From my knowledge, they only had it available at the hauler though, so I didn't really want to spend $15 on it, especially because I really only wanted to spend $15 on cars that I really wanted that weren't available at the retailers yet or at the tents. So maybe missed out on this car. I got the Fun Pops car instead. If I find this one at some point in Target, I'll definitely be picking it up because it's a funky little car, isn't it? It's got penguins. It's kind of cute. Maybe I should have bought it. And rounding out this wave is the Jimmy Johnson 2026 Carvana car. Jeez. I am also glad that we're getting 2026 cars in Authentics this early. Some of these were really early releases. The Carvana Johnson was an early release. Kind of. It was very surprising. Like, this paint scheme was announced like a couple weeks before Daytona, and the car was available before Daytona as well, which was wonderful. I wish more teams would, I'm assuming what Legacy did there is that they sent the paint scheme to Lionel, and then Lionel produced it, and they just didn't open pre-orders for it because they knew this would sell. So for certain cars, I do wish Lionel would do that more. I think there's certain cars that you should just know that they're going to get produced. I mean, like a Chase Elliott primary paint scheme. All the Hendrick cars, primary paint schemes, if you see those get produced. Penske, I would argue, yes, if the 500 cars are announced, or the primary paint schemes, I would assume that those are going to get made. I don't remember the last time a primary Penske car hasn't got produced. Maybe if you include like the Cindric Menards cars. You have an argument there, but in general, like those top teams, they never really have a primary die gasket canceled. Certain restrictions and exclusions, obviously, but for the main general concept, it would be nice. It'd be nice if you could go to Daytona and get a solid few primary paint schemes like we did this year. We had the Johnson, at least for Daytona, we had the Jimmy Johnson, the Ryan Preece Trimble car. He didn't run, but Trimble was there that week with LaJoy in the 99. I said Preece, right? For the 60? I think I want to make sure I said the right number. And then we had the other legacy cars of Jones 43 Advent and Nemechek's 42 Dollar Tree. That's 4 2026s that are produced well in advance. Please let that be the standard now. And then we just got like the Blaney body armor car produced. That was also just announced recently. It's already out. Something else is out there as well. It's a Hendrick car as well. But so in general, it looks like that's kind of starting to be the trend now, hopefully again. But I'm glad they're doing it, and I'm glad it got made into an Authentics wave as well, which means this is well and truly known in advance. There you go. That's wave 1, or 1B, however you want to say it. So let's go over rankings now. Hopefully I made a graphic. If not, it's just text, and who cares, I guess. We'll go worst to best of each wave. So we'll start with wave 1A, or the throwback wave. In last, I have the Cindric Freightliner throwback. Again, like I said, it just kind of feels like an empty car to have. Again, with that number move forward. I don't want to complain too much about the number being moved forward because it is the standard and what is expected of each team, every team each week. But for throwback weekend, can we not make an exception, please? Please, I beg of you. Teams might actually be doing more throwbacks if they could do that. Up next is the Blaney Dutch Boy Menards car. Throwback as well, of course, obviously. Like I said, that the trying to throw back to Dave Blaney and not have the right colors, a little annoying. The car still looks great, but I think all the cars really turned out well in this wave, and it's kind of just a mix of where to rank them based on how I like the paint scheme. Then it's the Logano Penzo throwback. This one I can maybe interchange with the Blaney. Those are pretty close. I think I have a little bit of bias on Logano, so that might be a big benefactor for that car being in 4th instead of 5th. In 3rd, I have the Kyle Larson Hendrick Cars Kellogg's throwback. It's great. It just feels like it's missing something for some reason. 2nd place, I have the William Byron Exalted Jeff Gordon Last Ride throwback. I want to put it number 1, but I really like the fact that we're getting exclusives. So exclusives almost always go number 1. A little hint from that next wave. But I think it's growing on me now, more and more, that Sammy Smith diecast. Hopefully I can find it. I doubt it, but it would be nice. It would be very nice to have a newer Sammy Smith car, because the newest one I just bought is the 2024. So hopefully I can find it. And then going into wave 1, in last place, we have the, provisionally I should put it there, the Todd Gilliland Grills Pickle car, until I can confirm that is the correct green and it doesn't look bland like the Gold Series. It's down there, but I could see it moving up 1, maybe 2 spaces. In 5th is the Chase Elliott Napa 100 Years Gold car. Also has the chase piece. I don't really care too much about explaining that, but again, like I said, it kind of just feels like a lackluster car. It's a money grabber, that one for sure, for Chase Elliott fans. Still a decent car, but I would have rather had the Napa Gold Filters car, that kind of darker tone with like the gold highlights on it. That one I thought looked a lot better. So I wish that one was there in its place. In 4th, I have the William Byron Battling Blood Cancer United car in the playoffs, of course. Again, that missing a couple of the playoff markings maybe moves it down a spot or 2 as well, but that's just how it is. It's still a nice car to have. I'd rather that over half these cars probably still, but it's just missing a few key elements on it. 3rd in the podium, I have the Penguin car. It's a cute penguin. It's growing on me now, okay? It might go to number 1 by the end of this if I don't finish recording soon. And then second, I have the Jimmy Johnson Carvana car. Like I said, I'm glad we're getting 2026s, so if I put this higher, then it should mean them get more, even if I people watch this. And then in first, going for a JRM sweep, Justin Allgaier in the Roto-Rooters car. It's still a good paint scheme, though. I don't know how you could complain about it. I don't see anything you could change on that car to make it look better. And for that, and for maybe being exclusive, it's going to go number one. Assuming is the 2026. If not, Jimmy's going to number one. But yeah, that's all I got. Hopefully get some more waves. Hopefully a winner circle wave comes soon. And hopefully I'll remember to do these videos every time a wave comes out, because I don't mind it. It's a nice little change of pace for me. Get some new stuff out there instead of just diecast reviews half the time. So, like, comment, subscribe. I should probably go eat dinner. I just had a midterm and I need to shave.